Hello. It is freezing where I am, and that kind of coincides with this video actually. This video is about the ultimate budget travel lens for a Canon or Nikon camera. I have been fortunate enough to travel around the world for leisure as well as for work. And along the way, I've kind of worked out what lenses suit best from the early days of having to do it on a shoestring budget to where we're currently at now, where we can spend a little bit more and have a way better arsenal of lenses. So this video today is to focus on the best budget travel lens for your DSLR. Apologies that I'm wearing a coat and a hat. I'm in the office and it's early January, it's very cold. I've got the heating on at 31 degrees and I'm still very much freezing. Good times. So the first lens I want to talk about today is the Sigma 17 to 50mm 2.8 lens. This is quite a dusty old boy at the moment. And it also has a band of white tape around it that says lingerie 9th of the 7th 2018, and that was the day that this lens, we sadly lost this lens to the lens gods above because Ben dropped it on his face. But that doesn't mean that we didn't buy another, because shortly after dropping this lens we went out and we bought another one almost instantly because of the quality and the goods of what it produces. This lens was the first real wide lens that I had for my Canon 7D back in probably early 2016-17. I remember buying this lens off of, I think it was Amazon, and it was around £300. At the time I was looking for a wide lens that I'd be able to take away with me on holidays, and this one kind of fell into my lap, and here it is today. This is the bad boy that I took with me all around the world, from Japan to Thailand to France. Yeah, it's done well, and that's why this is today's lens of choice. So this is the camera that I use the lens on, the Canon 7D. It's the Mark I, so it's quite an old camera. I bought this secondhand from a sports photographer, and at the time I knew I wanted a wide lens, but I wanted to get away from the standard kit lens that it comes with, which is the 18 to 55. I also knew that I wanted to kind of stick within the 2.8 region, because I knew that shooting at 17mm at 2.8 and then all the way up to 50mm at 2.8 would be quite advantageous, and that again is why I bought this Sigma lens. When it's on the body of a 7D, it's quite chonky. It's quite a chonky boy. You can hear here. It's a little bit squeaky now where I dropped it, unfortunately. Well, I didn't drop it, Ben dropped it. But at its full length, it's not too big. And then at its shorter length, it's quite chody and nice. On a cropped sensor camera like the 7D, you're looking about 25.5mm, which is quite nice and wide for when you're shooting, you know, landscapes, or if you're in a street photography scene and you want to get a little bit wider on a subject. But then you also have the chance to zoom in to 50mm at full frame, which on a crop sensor is around 75mm. And 75mm when you're doing street photography is really quite nice. A few of the standout portraits that I've taken with this lens would be in Thailand. I went onto the James Bond boat and we went down the boat market, and I was able to shoot some really nice portraits with this lens, getting up close and personal to the people as they kind of came by, so I was able to shoot at 17mm. But then if there was a subject who was a bit further back, I was also able to just crank up to 75 or 50mm and get a nice portrait with it. Paired onto the 7D, it is quite heavy, but I always knew when traveling, I would always want to have the better camera. So I would always kind of suck up the weight and just go for it. I've been able to shoot a range of different things, and I've also shot quite a bit of video with this camera over in Japan. And also the bonus with this lens is that it has image stabilization on the left side, just below the auto and manual focus button, which means that you're able to shoot video, and it can actually be quite smooth. In my opinion, this is the best budget lens for a crop sensor camera. So yeah, that's my opinion on the Sigma 17 to 50mm 2.8. I think you can still buy these online at the moment. If not, I'm sure there's a predecessor to it. Let me know what you think about this lens. If you've got this lens, tell me your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you think that this is quite a nice street photography lens? As you can see here, this is where it broke. You can hear it, and you can see it. So yeah, rest in peace, Sigma.